Again. Yeah. Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am your host with the most, A.D. Walker. Appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate the growth, the motivator. Thank you guys for being a part of the Brothers of Legacy this morning. Happy Thursday. Time is flying. I'm grateful that you are here. Just a quick programming note. If you didn't know, let me see if I have it in here. Make sure if you are in a relationship or situationship, make sure you join our challenge, Purposeful Forever Challenge. That I gotta admit, I haven't been doing as well with. I gotta get better. Yes, there you go. Bam, join our 30-day intentional love challenge. Go to bit.ly P4F 2022. It goes all the way until like close to Valentine's Day.
The day after.
The day after. My correction. My producer here came through. The day after. But it's never a bad time to just join up, see what we're doing today, and see if you can be a part of the challenge. Some things might be tough for schedule. Switch it up. The point is to think about your spouse outside of just Valentine's Day. Just to do something sweet. If you haven't done something in a while, if you did something last week, this is just something you can do this week. Challenge yourself to love your spouse on the next level. All right. Or show love, and do something that will just bring a smile to their face. All right, let's do this. Spliggity splow. Come on back here. So today we are discussing motivation. Guess this will be Motivating Thursday. What is your greatest motivator? What is your greatest motivator? What in your life has motivated you to do better, do greater, do amazing things? What is your greatest motivator or motivators? Because there's several, because every season there's a point that you recognize something or you realize something and you make a move, you become better. So today we're going to talk about what is your greatest motivators. You say something like, does that sound right? Yes. What is your greatest motivators? All right. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, my man, Rich, in the building. Lisa, good morning. Here really, always not sure. I can say all the motivations here, really too many. Hey, that's a good thing. We all have motivating moments. We have motivating people. We have motivating events that happen. So what were some of your greatest motivators? So we're going to dig into that today, staying on a positive tip. So we appreciate you guys rocking and hanging with us. Let's see, make sure I sent it out to make sure everybody's good. Okay, so I did my part. We're going to go ahead and kick this off. It might just be me today, so we got to see what's going down. All right, so do me a favor. As you're watching this, if you're watching this on replay, because you don't want to see us live, you don't want me to call you out, be sure to share to your page if you're on Facebook. Make sure you go to the group, like the Facebook page, the Brothers of Legacy group, tag somebody, to be a part of the conversation, as well as if you're on the text community, make sure you share it to someone that you know. Like, listen, hey brother, check this out. These guys are talking about some good stuff. All right. Um, that's it. Do that, and I would appreciate you very, very much. All right. So let's go ahead and kick this off. We'll be right back after this. I want to welcome you to the Brothers of Legacy broadcast, where we are changing our community one conversation at a time, every day.
We are creating a new legacy.
Shade gon' come, shade gon' come, shade gon' come, shade gon' come, shade gon' come.
A co-op has to start with ownership. Right. We have a mindset of either I want to make a lot of money or survive. Make a bunch of money or I got to figure out how to survive.
When you have a real bond, when everyone has, we come in with real expectations. Mm-hmm. Because this is covenant.
The whole point is that we as a people, with our money and time, aren't often making this journey possible, often invested in the
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
What's up, Kaneem? Good morning. Good morning.
What it do?
I'm good. I hear you, but it's like you're in the chamber. Say something else.
Uh-oh. Having bad. I ain't got my earbuds in.
You're fine. I can hear you. You're good.
Is it sounding crazy though?
Nah, now it sounds like it just, I know it's going to sound crazy, but now it just sounds like you're in the phone. So you're good though. We can hear you. It's just like, that phone sound. Like,
yeah, I ain't got my earbuds in, man. I left them at the house.
You're good. That adversities ahead. Oh, Richard says, so today we're talking about what is your greatest motivators or the things that happened in your life, not just one thing, because we've always had moments that, took us a little further away from knuckleheadism. Like something happened, something we realized, a person, an event, you see something, even if it's in a crowd of 1,000 people, someone speaking on stage, like, I never saw life like that. Like I never, like, just open your eyes to certain things and you just like, I never thought about it like that. So today I just want to kind of tackle it stand on more of a positive tip, and just kind of hopefully encourage somebody, to not ignore the small words that can change your life. Like, it could come from anywhere, being what they call self-aware or aware of what's going on around you. Because sometimes, and I know in your life, you get advice from sometimes weird places. Someone stops you and say, hey, young man, let me tell you this. And you're just like, okay. Like, I appreciate that. I needed that word because my mind was here, but you brought me back.
True. You never know who's gonna drop a nugget on you.
Right. So, kind of like, so quantifying some of your journey. So for you, like, what was some of your greatest motivators? Was it an event, a specific person at a specific time? What kind of helped you change? Because you talked about your story, like, man, you was out there, you was doing a lot of crazy stuff, and what kind of helped in maturing you to be more focused, to make better decisions. We always still got iffy decisions we make, but just to make better decisions.
For me, man, I think it was fear. I was
okay. Let me get past
yeah,
that.
Yes, sir. Good morning to you guys, sir.
Good morning.
All right. I think it was fear for me, man.
Okay.
Like my choices was limited on, well, my options was limited. I can't even call them choices.
Okay.
But I didn't like now one of them. So that was one of the reasons why I moved to Georgia. So I think that was my greatest motivator. And since I've been in Georgia, I think that was probably the best decision that I made. I mean, who knows what would have happened if I would have stayed in Texas or if I would have moved to some other state or whatever. But at this point, where I am in life, I am very, very happy. So definitely go ahead, bro.
So what was, so if I can dig in a little bit, what was the fear? What was the fear that had you, that shifted you?
The penitentiary or the cemetery.
Gotcha.
That was my only options at one point. Cause like when I was real young, when I say real young, I mean like as a teenager. Like I didn't think I was gonna live to see 25. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, cause you know when you're young, they were like, "What you want to be when you grow up?"
Right.
I'm thinking about my next birthday. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about 5-10 years down the road. You know what I'm saying? So
I got you.
I just didn't have that long term outlook. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So
hey, good morning, Cheryl.
When I had got locked up, I guess it was about 15. I think I was 15, and they did a sweep through our apartment complex.
Okay.
And when they did the sweep, I was I was sitting on the car. So they just came everywhere. I mean, they was driving through the grass, all through the. I mean, it was just like when they say the jump out boys, like they literally ran and jumped out.
Right.
That's how they got their reputation. So I took off running, and my buddy, he ran in this apartment. And I was trying to run right behind, and the screen is like, you know how they had them little old, what do they call them? Springs. Them springs on the screen though. So when you open it, it closes right back.
Yes.
So I was running behind him, and he opened it, it closed back. Hey, when it closed back, and all of a sudden, just bam, like it was a tackle. Bam. I was like, oh. So they took me to jail. And my mama, so I called my mom. I was a minor or whatever. So I called my mom, and she came. She picked me up, and soon as we got in the car,
you know it.
Pop, all upside my head, man. Pop. Like, hold on, mom. She said, "Nah, I see that your mind is focused on the devil." And my mom was real big at church now.
Right.
She said, "I see your mind is focused on the devil, but let me tell you this.
Right.
This is my last time come and get you out of jail. I'm gonna call this a mistake.
Wow.
But the next time you go to jail, I see you making a choice to be a criminal."
Wow.
I say, "Oh, okay. Well, hey," and I did go to jail again.
Okay.
And she did not come. She did not come and get me either. Boy, she was like, she said, "You gonna make a choice to be a criminal? I ain't gonna support that." So that was my first time and my last time. She wasn't taking no calls. She wasn't writing no letters.
That moment, right? Sitting in jail, making a phone call, like, "Come on, grandma, pick this phone up. Come on." You know, that was the moment that clicked in your head about, you know, the choices that you're making. Was that the moment, or was it something else?
No, that was just, you know, because I got a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a real deterrent. Like you don't really know because you got out the same day. You're a minor. You know what I'm saying? It's that time when you in that 2 or 3 months.
Right.
And you be like, hold on, is this what it look like?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You waking up at 5 in the morning to eat breakfast, and you got bologna sandwiches, and you got these little, you get your little orange, and you get a little juice, and then for dinner you got the same thing, a bologna sandwich and a little orange.
Right. You know, they got to feed you, no matter what they feed you. You just gotta eat.
That's all they gotta do is feed you. You know what I'm saying? And it was just crazy, man. But I think the last time I had got locked up was my motivating factor, because I knew that when the judge told me you got an option, you can go to the military or you can go to jail. I was like, shoot, I'm going to the military.
Gotcha.
And I went to the military and I went to the Navy, man, and I went to San Diego for basic training and all that. Got to San Diego. Second day there. So, first day there, they put you in this big old room with about 50, 60 other people.
Right.
And they tell you you're going to get all these shots, and then you get your hair shaved and all this here and that there. Right. And then you still got all your street clothes. Second day I was there, that's when we was going through all the little motions about what you're going to do. And they teach you how to do your cadence. And we had to go to, and the galley was like a mile away, right?
Right.
So we doing this cadence for a whole mile to the galley. We get there, right? All of us new, all of us green. We get there. We go in there. We in line with all these other folks that been in basic training.
Right.
We get there and it's a line. So all right, let's do it. Hey, I was pretty much like the last third in line.
Right.
You got 10 minutes to eat, and that's 10 minutes for everybody.
Right.
So if you last in line, you got 2 minutes to eat because everybody.
Wow.
You got 2 minutes to eat because everybody about to get ready to go back to the barracks.
Wow.
But anyway, did that. That was an experience. I was like, hold on, I barely got a drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we do our cadence back, and we're getting ready to do a shower or whatever. And I got this little Filipino man in my ear. He just don't eyeball me. This
Right.
So we go in and get in the shower, and when we shower, we all shower together. So it's not like you had an individual shower. It's like it's 40 dudes in the shower. Get to it. Get that phone out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I came out the shower with this white dude, he popped me on my butt with a towel, right?
Uh-oh.
So when he popped me on my butt with a towel, it was automatic misunderstanding. So I just went at him, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So we fighting or whatever. And then I guess he had a buddy that would like him or something. So his buddy tried to get with me. So I'm fighting these two dudes, and they got bunk beds, right? It's a long row of bunk beds in the back. It's just bunk beds. So his leg got caught up under the bunk bed. He broke his leg. The other died. He got destroyed by a left punch. And the MPs came in, whatever, right?
Okay.
So the MPs come. Now we are not, mind you, we fighting butt naked.
Right. I figured.
So when the MPs come in, they hog tie me, still butt naked.
Right.
And how take me off to the what do they call that? Wherever they hold and sell, where they hold.
Hey, good morning, Keita. Yeah,
wherever that was.
Okay.
So anyway, I had to see some I guess it's their version of a judge or whatever.
Okay.
Because the guy got majorly injured and and they gave me a choice. And I was like, well, I'm going home. I don't like this. So they gave me a general discharge, right?
Okay.
They told me I could come back. They told me I could come back in 6 months.
Gotcha.
If I wanted to.
Gotcha.
And I was like, man, I ain't like the first 2 days. All right, well, I'm coming back in 6 months. So they sent me down there on the plane, sent me back on the bus.
Right.
But the dudes that I met when I was in California, ended up hooking up with them, and still young now. I was only 18, so still young. But getting with them and going through that experience is where it was like
that changed a lot of stuff. Changed the way you looked at stuff.
Yes, because it was like I don't know if you've seen The Wire.
Yes.
All
of it.
Okay. All right. So imagine that I'm in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I think I told you this. I might not tell you the story anyway. I'm in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and as soon as I get off the plane, my buddy come pick me up, and we on the freeway. We about to get on. Like when you come out the airport, it's usually some type of little whatever to get on the freeway.
Right.
So we get on the freeway. This dude won't let us on the freeway.
Okay.
And my buddy who picked me up,
Yeah.
he let his window down and just started shooting at the car. Just bam, 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 bam.
Wow.
And it was a Mustang.
Right.
I don't know if you ever see Minister Society, but
Yes.
you know Kane, that green one? Well,
I got
it was a red one.
Like,
He just started shooting. And I was like, and we got over to the wall, so the car, when he slowed down, my buddy slowed down. Just kept on, like, man, I said, dude,
right.
I've been in North Carolina all of 5 seconds. What?
Already in trouble. Already.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm 18, 19 years old.
Oh, yeah.
So
You're an adult now.
Yeah. I'm an adult now, so it's definitely prison. Ain't no
Right.
minor. You know what I'm saying? You going to prison. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we doing all this, man, and it's just crazy. We get there and that whole, because I was up there for about 18 months, but I mean, we made a lot of money.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was crazy, like you risking your life every day, just being around certain people.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So this was. But that's what changed my life. But make a long story short, let me cut y'all. Make a long story short.
Yeah.
My buddy got locked up my buddy's wife got locked up in New Orleans.
Wow.
She was carrying some drugs on her. She snitched on everybody. My buddy who was coming from Texas, he got caught at the airport. Okay. So now everybody's getting caught, and I'm in North Carolina waiting on everybody. You know what I'm saying?
So you was out of the loop, kind of.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? This is before cell phones now. You know what I'm saying? So when everybody got caught, they called me and was like, hey, such. And so I drove back to Texas. When I got back to Texas, that's when I got all the information. Hey, St. Louis shut down.
Right.
New Orleans shut down. Winston-Salem shut down. Chicago, everything shut down. Like, I was like,
this is your chance. Like,
yeah, Mama, I think I'm gonna buy my nuts.
I'm gonna get out of this. I got you.
I told my mom, I said, Mom, I gotta go, Mama. So I told her, I gave my mama some money. I took what I had, put everything in the back seat of my car.
Yeah.
Got me a U-Haul. I came to Georgia. Here I am.
Gotcha. Wow.
That was my motivating factor.
Military, changing environment. You saw a little different. Then you got back into North Carolina, just like, why am I in this? And then
but like I said, I still wasn't thinking about it. But when everybody got locked up,
that was like, this is real. Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because when my buddy called me, he's like, man, I got this. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna sit on it. Because he was like, I'm just gonna say I got everything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he's like, but y'all keep it going.
Wow.
But everything got locked up.
Right.
Because his wife was the catalyst. Right. She was like the initiator, and she was just like spitting out all names and addresses. And that was it.
Wow.
But that's my motivating factor, man.
I got you. All right, Pastor. What were and we're talking about moments or
I know you're not asking me to come behind that.
Because I can't. So I'm gonna hand it off to you.
Well, I mean, I'm just listening. I think that's that story, that testimony is worth processing. You know, there's so much to what he just shared.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking I'm still going back to being last in line at the mess hall.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it triggered memories, because there was a phrase, eat it now and taste it later.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I saw Deborah put indigestion, shaking her head. I'm like, no, you didn't even have time for stomach aches and basic training. Seriously. I learned how to eat while walking.
Wow. I said it had to
no,
be
you literally you had your tray,
yeah,
and you're eating food on the way to the trash can.
Right. Wow.
Because you just didn't have time. You got to think about you have 50 people in your platoon,
Right.
and you lined up to get to the mess hall with 10 minutes to eat,
Yeah.
and
Right.
they're making burgers as you order them.
Oh, gotcha.
Breakfast, somebody want an omelet. I hated omelets because they took too much time.
Right. Who ordered
You had to
something
get
special?
the pre-mixed egg, the powdered eggs and stuff, because you
Yeah.
wanted to eat. You sitting
Yeah.
around waiting on omelets, you're not gonna eat. You know, you'd be able to, right?
Whatever you can flop in here, just throw it in my
And
plate.
what's funny is they try to make the omelets fast,
Right.
and they try to spread the egg real thin,
Yeah.
dump the vegetables and stuff and the meat on there, and then flip it over. You get to your seat, and the egg is running. It's not even done.
Yeah.
It's
Not
that
gonna be
kind of
cut.
stuff.
Right. Right.
And then all the stuff that's inside is not even cooked.
Right. Go and scramble that for me. Just go and scramble.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. So that's what he had me with that. I'm like, wow, that's deep.
Right.
Because I think about, I had a little short Mexican, and he was from Mexico, Mexican drill sergeant Anaya, about 5'6".
Wow.
But if he put a jacket on, his chest was probably 50, because he did so many you just wide, just broad from push-ups, like he was a push-up king, and he wanted to make you a push-up king.
Right.
10 to the win. If you get in trouble with drill sergeant Anaya, give me 10 to the win. That means 10 north, 10 south, 10 east, 10 west.
Wow.
And for somebody who couldn't do 5 push-ups, you was in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd been me.
Yeah.
That'd been me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crying.
But to think about Kaneem getting in trouble, within the first couple of days in basic, man, that's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. Because we had a guy like that, but he didn't get put out. He did end up getting put out, but he enjoyed the midnight pillow party experience first. Yeah. Yeah. We had to get him. The drill sergeant kind of slipped a message to somebody and said, y'all got a problem that only you can fix. So a few bars of soap in the pillowcase around midnight, and
geez.
He was a different person the next day.
Wow.
He still didn't make it.
Right. Wow. Oh man.
But I think about, Kaneem, you think about all those things that you speak to that motivated you. Because I heard AD ask you initially, like, "Oh, was that it?" You were like, "No, that wasn't the one. That wasn't the one." My grandmama got me.
I need
that
a
was
little
a
more.
moment, not the moment.
Not the moment.
Yeah.
A moment. Right. So it sounds like it was a series of moments, and then the culmination of all of that was, you getting that phone call, St. Louis is shut down, Winston-Salem shut down. If everybody shut down, it's time for me to be out.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Wow. But I think we all have moments like that in our lives. And I think what's amazing is when you see someone who does not have a motivator, when you've learned to establish one, when you figured yours out, when you learned or figured out your trigger, and then you see someone else that is currently where you were.
Right. Never had
and you try to get them to understand how critical it is to figure it out.
Right.
Right. How many times have you looked at someone younger than you and said, it's time for you to make a decision?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but you think back when you were 18, how many times did somebody say it to you? Because your grandmama said it,
right.
But you didn't think she knew what she was talking about, because you said, the discipline wasn't really that difficult. Right. Slap on the wrist. So you feel like it's not going to get that bad.
Yeah.
So that, there's so much to that, man. But obviously the question is, what is the greatest motivator? I think the greatest motivator for me was not being homeless. Never wanting to be homeless. Gotcha. Having had an experience where I didn't have a place to go. Right. Or I'm not going to say I didn't have a place to go. I had places to go, but I didn't want to go backwards.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I was at an intersection, because I could have packed up and went back to California.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? but I
Okay.
needed to move forward. And in order to move forward, I had to go through that experience. But I went through that experience knowing that I was going to keep pressing forward,
Okay.
and I never wanted to be in that situation again. I never wanted to look at my family and not have an answer.
Right. Right. Right.
That's a motivator
Like,
for a
what we gonna
black
do
man.
now? We're like,
Yeah.
just gonna make it to the
Yeah.
next day, kind of thing. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I think
And think about it. You heard the story. That'll make you sit between two rednecks.
all right.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
And just kind of
Yeah, you tell that story, Kaneem, and people be like, I couldn't have done that.
Yeah,
It's
you
amazing
good.
what you find
Yeah,
out you can
you
do
good.
when you're
You
trying to make it.
good.
Yeah. So
right.
you can only live through
Yeah.
something like that when you have a real motivator.
Right. Let's see. Richard says promises to my dad. Also, adversities. I had the discrimination, so it motivates me to succeed. So I smile knowing I upset those people who wrote me off and people with disabilities, especially hidden, not necessarily obvious disabilities. He said, if you don't think that happens, I challenge to find people like that and see what they have to put up with and triumph over. Yeah, definitely. Disabilities is definitely can be a huge motivating factor. And people response to certain disabilities definitely is a motivating factor.
Yeah. I think about Brian Jr.
Yeah.
People who didn't understand his condition for whatever reason talked to him like he couldn't speak English. Hi, how are you? There's nothing wrong with my ears, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, what is your name?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And you
I didn't even think about that. Like,
Yeah.
I guess over the years, because I'm sure every time he met somebody new, they might have had that. Like, he probably doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I know that would get annoying time after time, having to explain
Oh,
and
man.
explain.
I had to keep him from running people over in his chair
Yeah.
because he gets so frustrated behind
Right.
that stuff.
Right.
He like accidentally turned his. Oops, I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's funny. I've kind of seen people respond to him like that, and I'm thinking like, he know what he's ignoring you. he's not paying attention to you.
Well, he'd give him the facial expressions. He'd be like, they're like, hi,
man.
how are you? He'd be like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, just tell him how you're doing, man. Just tell him.
Oh man.
Just give them your name, and then when you give them your name, they'll realize you can talk.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. She said that sounds about right. I could see him running over a few toes. Right.
Oh, he did. He did.
Wow.
Brian stayed in trouble for a while because people really got under his skin. He didn't like it, and that's why he never wanted to be in the room that, like had special education or IEP. He never wanted to be in the room with other children. He wanted to be in the regular classes because he wanted regular interaction.
Right.
Oh, he's social. He was real social.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And he wanted to see the girls.
Oh, that's my kind of guy.
Yeah. So yeah, he got frustrated when anybody ever counted him out.
Wow.
And it was tough for me as a father, trying to balance and not get angry myself.
Right.
Because there were times I'm like, he can hear you. He understands. Like, just give him a minute, he'll respond.
Right. Right.
Let me protect you from yourself.
Right. Rollins said some of the greatest conversation. Right.
Yeah. Because there was nothing wrong with his brain.
Right. Yes.
And he was motivated because of the chair. He's like, you're gonna know me in spite of this chair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do things in spite of this chair.
Right.
So definitely. I completely understand what Richard is talking about.
Oh, I get it.
Yes, I understand, Richard. Absolutely.
It's a righteous anger is righteous. Oh, so yeah, definitely, yeah. Is the motivators of our life? Like in my life, I've had several moments. I think if we go back younger days, I think one of my biggest moments was probably like when I went to this Think Big conference. He's a wrestling fan and loved all hot sauces. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, all that his collection is still on his dresser right now,
Yeah.
Sean. He's got like, I don't know, probably 50 different bottles
Wow.
of hot sauces from all over the world.
Wow.
This dude had a furnace gut. I don't know how in the world. I think his insides were metal. Like spicy food,
Uh,
the stuff he did was just it was ungodly. Seriously, I
nah,
mean, he got hot sauce that had like the picture of the devil on it. I'm like, what? Why would you put that in your body? You taking in spirits, man? Like, look, some of that stuff, the skull and crossbones and the Reaper. Like there's a pepper called the Reaper.
Wow.
They got a pepper, the ghost pepper. Like,
Oh.
who wants to eat something called ghost?
Right. Right.
Because it's so hot it'll make you think you're dead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Man.
No, you good. You're good. You're good.
No,
Like I never understood that, man. Like that so hot, like that just like you tear your tongue right off.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna step away for just a second. I'm gonna go take a picture.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring it back and I'm gonna show you the picture of
That's cool.
his collection. I'll be right back.
Yeah. But yeah. So for me, one of my big motivators when I went to was a Think Big conference. Les Brown was speaking. I got a knack that just won't stop. Yes, Think Big conference, Les Brown, and it was like it really made me think bigger, think different. Because in your life, the things that you're around, like even you can, what you grow up in. It's like this is what I know. It's all I know until something gets kind of introduced into your circle or your atmosphere, and it just kind of makes you think a little different. Like, oh, I never thought about that. Like I never seen life like that. And I knew about Les Brown, but it was like, you know, just watching him, live and just listening to him, like just motivate. Like he wasn't really just teaching something. He just is kind of his words, the phrases, the quotes, it was just like, it's inspiring. It's kind of like watching somebody work out like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Granted, it's different when you got to get up there and do the workout, but it's always inspiring. Hearing different words and different encouragements. I remember the one quote that stuck with me said, "Never let somebody's opinion become your fact." And that stuck with me for a long time. People think it doesn't have to be your reality and stuff like that. So yeah, that was like one of my biggest being motivators when I was younger. Pastor, you said you got one of them hot sauces.
I have a picture. I took a picture of what was left on his dresser.
God.
See it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so here, well, look at what's right in front. You see that?
Widowmaker.
Widowmaker
and Hellfire.
Yeah.
Right?
The Widowmaker.
And you can see that none of those bottles are full. They're
right.
They're all used.
Wow.
Yeah. Something's wrong with that man.
Oh, no, I like spicy food, but I don't like that gut wrenching where I can't feel my tongue type.
Right.
I don't know how he did it.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Oh man.
This Puerto Rico hot sauce, he got this stuff from everywhere, man. I don't know where he found this stuff. And then like when people travel, they bring stuff back like the Rollins, they go traveling. You know what? I think the Puerto Rico came from the Rollins.
It's their fault.
When they went to Puerto Rico, they brought him something back. Yeah, I think Sean, is this the one where you and your wife brought it back and it had the peppers in it? It had a bunch of stuff in it. This one right here. right? This one had a bunch of vegetables, peppers and stuff in it, right? It
Oh,
was filled with, it was like an oil.
Wow.
oh,
So Sean said, yes, sir. Okay. So it's empty. The bottle is empty, which means he ate all the stuff that was in it.
Right.
It wasn't because it wasn't like it was an oil. And it had a bunch of peppers and stuff in it that had been soaking in that. And he ate that. I mean,
Wow.
something, I told you, man, something was wrong with that kid. It was never hot enough for him. Never hot enough for him.
Wow.
he
So
could
like,
have won some of them competitions. Why they be doing all that? Yeah, he probably could have won some of them competitions.
Listen, the what's funny is like when you saw like when they would bring the movie stars in and they have like 10 wings and they go from mild to hot, you know.
Yeah.
The very last one,
Yeah.
it called, I think it's the last dab or something.
Yeah.
Brian went through like 3 of those bottles.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
He said my throat hurts just thinking about it. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The that chip, he ate that chip, the one whether you order the chip.
The one chip in the bag. Yeah.
You know, they send you one chip. They challenge you, the one chip challenge. He ate the chip.
Wow.
People eat that chip and end up in the hospital. Brian ate that chip.
Yeah, I saw Shaq.
I got it. It showed up at my doorstep. It was a little package, a little square package with one chip shaped like a Dorito.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw Shaq eat it on NBA TNT, and next thing I know, they had to cut the camera off him because he had slobber coming out of his mouth. I started crying.
Yeah.
They had to go to break.
Was all the only thing that happened to Brian was he would get a runny nose.
All right,
I had to pray. I had to look, man. That dude. I mean, from like 12 years old, he was eating hot stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what motivated him.
Right. He said, I'm gonna show y'all.
Oh yeah, the ice cream, some kind of spicy hot ice cream that Dr. Rollins ordered for my son.
Spicy ice cream.
Yeah, I think they were like trying to see, you know, like people were trying to figure out, can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? Couldn't get him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nurses, you know, he had nurses from Guyana. He had nurses from Nigeria.
Right.
You know, they bring food in, spicy food, you know, that their men would eat.
Right.
You know,
challenge him. Wow.
I haven't found anything that he wouldn't eat yet.
Wow.
There's nothing in there that he has not tried. There's nothing in there that he said, oh man, that one, I can't do that one. That never happened. Never happened. Never found anything too hot for him.
Wow.
Ever.
Wow.
Just a weirdo.
Listen, we appreciate you guys rocking with us. Just a real quick note, just like yesterday, today's Brothers of Legacy is sponsored by the like button. If you're on YouTube, be sure to hit that like button. When you press it, it turns a white color for some, green color for others, and it helps YouTube know that we're doing something. So smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you're in Facebook land, make sure you share. Hit that button that's at the other side. Hit that share button. I appreciate that as well. All right. Who came through? Oh, thank you, Mama Corey. Said great conversation as always, of course. He said we knew that he was what he liked, right?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Challenge, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He appreciated everyone too.
Wow. So today, like I said, we're talking about what is your greatest motivator or motivators? And let us know in the comments what events or things that happened in your life that motivated you, or something that you came upon that helped motivate your mindset or just your life. You know, and we have several, like for me, getting married, having kids, going through a divorce, that'll rock your mind, and then getting back together. this thing, it's not stopping. Yo, why do gnats like? Is it the white in your eye? They just want to get in your eye. It's just like it's like a challenge. It's like the greatest life. He said, "Wait." She said, "My motivation was what I don't want to become."
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Oh wow. He said, "Being my dad's caretaker in the sense out of pure love." Wow, nice, Rich.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's good. So we appreciate you guys rocking and hanging with us. If you've not shared already, make sure you do so. And thank you for always supporting and coming through and being a part of these conversations. Our goal is to help motivate you guys and encourage you to live your best and to make great decisions as we journey and share our mistakes as well as the things that we've done well at. So thank you for being here. What's tomorrow? Friday, Freestyle Friday. So never know what's going to happen. And again, here you go, Rich. I got you, Rich. Go Bengals. I know you've been kind of sliding that in all week. I got you, Rich. Go Bengals. Make sure you share, listen. And again, if you have any topic ideas or questions or anything you want us to discuss, email us brothersoflegacy@gmail.com, brothersoflegacy@gmail.com. If you email me, let me know because it might have got sent to the spam section. But brothersoflegacy@gmail.com and send us your topic ideas or questions or things that we might not have covered. You might not want to ask here, but you want to ask anonymously, like, I need you guys to discuss this thing. Be sure to do so. And as always, we appreciate you being here. Make sure you join our text community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576 and never miss a broadcast. And I think that's it. All right. So, and listen, and if you've missed any episode or any broadcast we've had, make sure you check out the Brothers of Legacy podcast. It's us just on the podcast, obviously. And let's see if I got to have that up here. Maybe so. Nope, no. But yeah, check it out and just type in the Brothers of Legacy. You'll see the symbol, the tree, brothers. You know how we do. All right. That's it. That's all. And we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Always know that we love you. God loves you more. Continue to stay safe. Do the right thing. Keep the 6 feet. You know what we do. All right. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the AM. Peace out. And that's it. Take care. As always, we love you. Know that God loves you more. Stay safe. Thank you guys for rocking, hanging, being. Make sure to sharing is caring. All of my replay peoples that watch.